Hi guys, it's me, Carter, or Finnegan, or Editor, whatever you want to call me. I'm popping in at the top of this episode to let you know we had some pretty rough technical difficulties on this one. I'm not gonna lie. There was a rolling blackout for internet in New York City, about half of our team lost their connection, and we could not salvage our Wednesday stream. Fortunately, we came back together on a Saturday night, and we wrapped the whole episode up. It's a pretty good one, if I say so myself. I think you'll enjoy it. So now you don't have to go down to the comments and say, why did they change their shirts? You can instead go, Walker in summer is so cute, I don't know what to do. Enjoy.
Howdy, everybody. We'll real quick just go through, say our names and character names again. I'm John Heath Clark. I'm the DM this evening.
I'm Carter Scott Horton. I play Finnegan Barry Bramble.
I'm Victoria Priano. I play Guinevere Grog.
I'm Devren, and I play Walker in Summer.
I'm Zëk Stewart, and I'm playing Skimmerhorn von Mikael.
Awesome! So a couple things before we begin. First of all, thanks so much to both Wizards of the Coast and Hex & Company, both for sponsoring us and helping us out. This is a really exciting opportunity. We've also, I really want to make a big shout out to our ongoing fans that have been to our live shows, that were here last week, or our new fans, thank you for being here. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. All right, a couple more things. So what's special about this Dungeons & Dragons podcast is it is interactive. We're going to have special decisions coming up through the course of the story that are not made by me, not made by our players, but are made by you, the audience, in our Twitch chat, right? So look out for that. Check out our Patreon as well. Our Patreon went live today. There should be a link in the chat very shortly. And we would love that. Last thing for me is we're all here at home, and who knows what nonsense will happen. Rolling blackout, zombie attacks, or needy cats. You'll notice that my cat found the one place in the room that she could be somewhat seen on camera. She will almost certainly decide that she can't figure out why I'm screaming at a camera in my room and not paying attention to her at some point, and I'll just be villainously stroking her throughout the course of the episode. Yes. Cool. We begin on a pirate ship, unnamed, deep in the ocean on the way to the Corsair Islands. In the captain's cabin. Well, why don't we have Walker in Summer describe what he looks like in the captain's cabin right now?
So, Walker is living lusciously in the captain's cabin right now. I have both of the captain's shoes that I took off of the giant ogre's feet, and I've got one on each foot, or paw, really. I also have his hat, which is a little oversized for me, so it goes about right here on my head. And I'm just looking very pirated out right now. Are ye matey?
Great. And why don't we begin this with what Walker might also look like in general, besides the new stuff? What does Walker look like?
He's got nice black regal fur. Very obsidian. Looks very glistening from any angle you turn and look at him. He's got a tiny little red jewel on his ear. It's significant. I'll let you know about it. But that's about it. Yeah. He's
Great.
A cat.
The rest of them are in the captain's cabin too. Finnegan, how are you dressed? What do you look like in general?
Well, Finnegan, he likes to wear pretty simple clothes. He used to be a sailor himself. His one standout thing, besides the open sort of Errol Flynn pirate blouse, whatever, and some work slacks, and he doesn't wear shoes, so he's a halfling. But he has a really nice blue cape sort of thing with some nice gold trim around the edges.
Nice.
That's the fit.
How does Guinevere dress? What does Guinevere look like here in the captain's cabin?
She has about 6 layers on, all of them kind of tethered, a lot of moth feeding, situations, and she has a cowl that's covering half her head, but only half, and it seems a little bit too small for her, and she has a few more scarves hidden underneath as well.
What do we see poking out of that cowl? What does Gwen look like for our new audience members?
A sharp nose and a slightly glowing, maybe growth on her cheekbone.
Nice.
Say it's sickly green.
Nice. What about Skim? What does Skim look like?
So Skim is a 7-foot tall tiefling, so he looks a little demonic. He has blue skin and yellow eyes. He has one horn left. He cut the other one off in a fit of drunken self-hatred. And he wears fairly loose, like flowing clothing in general. Right now he's also wearing a bandana, which he stole from someone else on the ship.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So they're discussing the events, the recent events of just the evening before, while the rest of the ogre pirate crew is making the ship run the way it runs. But here we are in the captain's cabin. Let's tune in and see what they're talking about.
Oh, you guys, I could get used to these shoes, to this hat, to this lifestyle. I think I really found my sea legs, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear it. I honestly, I think it fits you very well. I mean, the clothes don't fit you that well, but the look and the vibe.
I don't know.
image.
I think I'll grow into them. Maybe. I don't know if I've stopped growing. Maybe.
We'll find out, I guess.
Maybe.
Yeah. I have to say, I really like the ship. It's a lot bigger. It's a lot better than that old one, that death trap that we were sailing on.
Oh my goodness. Narkfecal Bottom's ship, eh? What are we going to do with that?
Well, I tried to tie it along the side. It seems to be holding pretty well. A little dangerous to have maybe almost a very explosive vessel sitting along the side of our ship, but hey, is there, right?
The methods seem secure.
Yeah, they're calm.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
Yeah.
I believe that.
I guess, without someone poking them with a stick constantly.
We're actually getting along pretty well. I had a good conversation with him. He didn't say much, but he's a good listener.
Did you lick the glass again?
Hey, don't judge.
I'm not judging.
My tongue
I'm
gets
asking.
hot. The glass is cold. It's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's cooling.
Whatever.
I like sensations. I understand.
Yeah. He licks, I lick back. It's sort of, a trade-off. It's the way we communicate, And that's largely how we have our conversations.
Wait. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Where's Sebastian?
Oh, yeah. Where is Sebastian?
He might be downstairs. The one human on the ship. Oh god.
Yeah.
We should find him
God.
quickly.
Oh, did
We
we
should
tell
try.
the ogres that he
To
wasn't
not-
food?
Excuse
I
me.
might have thought he was a snake.
I guess they walk out of the ship to look for Sebastian.
Yeah. I frantically look for him.
Please do.
So Sebastian is a tall, blonde-haired, handsome gentleman from Porta Illume, the City of Lights. He was a guardsman but a few days ago until he got whisked away in a life of nefarious adventure by our now pirate crew. He is chatting with an ogre. Seemingly amicably, they are sharing a mug of something that you can smell the potency of even from here. It is not pleasant. And Sebastian says, "So, this is the how did you get involved in this life of piracy?" "Well," says the ogre, "was on land, then needed to get more money and food, now on water." "I see." He sees you coming over, and he says, "Oh, that might be a problem to be resolved. Let me walk away from this ogre," and he walks over to you. "So, there is a, something interesting. There, it seems there is a keg of this grog, the beverage that they are drinking, that the captain would always refill somehow mysteriously from within his cabin, and the current barrel, it is running out, and they seem to think that you, Captain Blackpaw, as the new captain, are responsible for the refilling of this barrel?
Well,
Of course.
my crew needs ale. I guess I'll find the mail. Yes. Well,
Yeah.
I'm the captain now, eh?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Captain's got duties. I guess I have duty.
And as your first mate, I will make sure that happens for you.
Well,
What?
Yes.
pardon me?
What?
No,
Yes.
I just rewind a little bit. What did you say?
I said I was first mate. Of course. Look
yeah,
at me.
so who what oh, did you make that decision, Summer?
I mean, I did not
Okay.
make the decision.
I would just
assumed
is
that
there
everybody talked about it. Yes.
No, we've not talked about it. He just
Oh.
threw his name in the hat, and I'm gonna
Well,
throw my name
excuse
in
me, Boatswain. I don't need you talking back to me about.
Boatswain. Look, if I'm not gonna be first mate, I'm gonna be lookout. I'm the only person who knows how to navigate here on the ocean.
Okay,
So
well,
you
great.
don't want to be first
Boatswain.
mate?
No, I do want to be first mate.
Well,
But if I'm not gonna scrub the poop deck.
Hey, no, you don't scrub if you're Boatswain. You tell people to scrub. It's the it's like the best
but they're
job.
ogres. They're not gonna listen to me. I know that. I need to be above them. I need to be first mate.
No. I think you have to be above them. That's the best way to offer you.
I don't know. I could see myself having Gwen as my first mate. Somebody who can heal. Somebody a little bit more competent than you. And you.
That's mouthy.
Maybe. I don't know. I guess this will have to be a decision between you three.
Well, let's see who can get this ale filled, and then we can go from that. Competition.
I love a competition, especially when it involves someone else doing my chores. Yes.
All
For
right.
Blackpaw.
For
For
Blackpaw,
Blackpaw.
ale,
Yes, my captain.
go
Well-
refill the barrel.
Great. So somehow,
Captain.
Captain has been refilling the barrel from within his cabin. So let's see. Why don't we start with Finnegan? Finnegan, what are you going to do to try to figure out this refilling of the barrel of grog situation?
Okay, well, obviously, I run into the cabin. And what do I see?
Great. The cabin is a ogre's cabin. It's a little bit better kept than you might think of for an ogre's place. Then you see there's a dresser drawer, a locked chest, and a little what are those called? Vanity mirror with various different scents and stuff arrayed in front of it.
Oh, I gotta go for the chest. I'm gonna. You said it's a locked chest. Can I try to unlock it?
Sure. You're going to be working on the chest while other people are investigating. So Finnegan's trying to work on the chest. We'll get to your role in a second. What's Guinevere up to?
Guinevere is trying to remember where they have the best ale in surrounding areas. Just doing some research on that.
Sure. You're looking for a stop-off, right?
Yeah.
Sure. You're going to make a history or nature check in a minute, but we want to know. We don't want to know how that goes until we know what Skim is up to. Skim, how are you fighting for first mate?
Sorry, I got a little distracted by the stream. You are searching the room looking for the magic secret?
Specifically picking the lock on a locked chest.
Great. Then you know what? I'm just going to I have a backup. I'm just going to start brewing because I have proficiency with brewer supplies.
Nice. So Skim, why don't you make a brewer's check? Are you making something fancy, something practical, or something
Potent.
potent?
Yes, potent.
Great. That's going to be an intelligence check with your proficiency.
Okay.
Through the most potent. So then we have Finnegan. Finnegan, roll either a thieves' tools or a sleight of hand check for me.
All right. Oh,
Mhm.
oh, that's a 22.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, and I'm
Um,
not even proficient with sleight of hand.
Guinevere, um, roll me a history or nature check.
I got a 11.
11. You don't know of anywhere in particular that has the specific fabulous sort of grog that you might need. I mean, this isn't very high quality stuff, right? This is just really potent, gross swill, right? But you are you're pretty convinced you can pick up something once you get to Umberley's Berth, the port you're on your way to. So great. Skimmerhorn, how did your brewing go?
15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
You brew a patch of clear, flavorless super alcohol.
Nice.
Will knock an ogre on his sock. You might even need or want to dilute it.
Oh, just a little. Of course, it's grog. You know, you always water down grog, right?
But Finnegan,
Yeah.
you're the one that hits the strange jackpot. In the pirate's chest is just a bunch of padding and a small green bottle covered in strange runes that you don't recognize and stoppered, inside of which is more of the grog. But again, it's a bottle only about this big. In fact, a bottle only about this big, right? Stoppered and half filled with this same sort of goopy, almost molassesy grog that the ogres were drinking. Something about it feels strange and wrong to you.
Strange and wrong.
Yes.
Oh, I was gonna say I just like slip it into my back pocket.
Great. You slip it into your back pocket. It sloshes there.
Cool.
As you begin to walk, though, you feel it wriggle. Make a dexterity saving throw.
Don't you love it when it's the 2 that's right next to the 20? That's 6.
Great. The bottle flips right out of your back pocket, smashes to the ground, shattering everywhere, spilling grog all over the place. It's a whole mess. And as you, what do you do?
Nipple.
You just sit there staring at it?
Oh yeah, no, for like a second. Okay,
Walker,
I have to.
Walker, make a perception check while he's sitting there staring at it.
Let's
then,
see.
I don't know. I'm no Boatswain.
11.
11? You don't hear anything.
Great. I'm just in my boots.
So
I'm in my boots.
in Walker's cabin, there is now a huge mess of shattered bottle and liquid everywhere, and it stinks to high heaven of foul alcoholic nonsense.
Could I try to like put the glass back together, and if the runes still work, maybe the magic that it had will come back?
So you start trying to put it together, and it begins to shimmer in your hand. It twitches, and the bottle reforms and refills to exactly halfway full. This is an unbreakable decanter of endless grog.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Well, then, at that point, Captain. I wave the grog above my head. Captain, I think I found something for you.
Well, what is it? What is this?
This is a unbreakable bottle of grog.
Is that all the grog there is? It's only halfway full.
Well, I would like you to pay attention to the stinky mess at my feet. That was everything that was in the bottle.
But
and
it's
now,
still halfway full.
Exactly. Magic bottle. For you, my captain. Oh, captain.
Now this is first made worthy.
Whoa, come on.
Ooh. Oh, okay, well, can you beat this?
Maybe. Take a little drink of this, eh?
Alright. I'll take a drink.
Do you? How much?
Be easy.
I do a shot.
Great. Make a Constitution saving throw, DC 10.
That is 19.
Damn.
You feel it.
Mm.
Shot, you will pass out and wake up tomorrow. It is tense. It is you feel it burn through your mouth and down your throat. The ogres will love this much more than the grog. What he's done, rather than refill it, is create a substitute.
Heck, we could just water it down halfway. Let that container.
This will last us for like ever.
Okay. And I can always make more,
yeah.
you know? It's,
Oh, yeah, you can wait. Time out. You can make more of this.
yeah.
Okay, great. First mate it is.
Yeah.
Wait.
Seems like an unwise decision.
Sorry, Skim. Make an Arcana check for me as you see this bottle. by the
Sure.
way.
Not very good at those. Oh, I am today. All right. Yeah, that's 19.
So you studied at a monastery near the ruins of Galabras,
Mm-hmm.
and they mentioned magical items that were, if not wholly to, extraordinarily useful to two drunken master monks. This bottle is one of those. They were used, the reason they were made to break and reform is they're meant to shatter on impact. And the brew is specifically designed for the inebriation and illumination of a true drunken believer's growth.
So, wait, I just want to make this clear. I'm supposed to break it over my head, and then it makes me drunk.
That is one option. It was
Okay.
more breaking it over other people's heads. It's
Okay.
one weapon. But if you want to break it over your head, that is great.
That's what I
And
thought
we-
the Enlightenment came from. I wasn't sure.
That too, yeah. But you can also drink it, and it's this foul brew is meant to enhance your connection to the drunken verse, as it were.
Cool.
So this is an item of your order that these pirates somehow got a hold of, and I don't know if you want to let that be known to Finnegan, but it belongs to you.
Yes. Oh, wow. Holy shit, you were like right in my ear. I loved it. Anyway.
But we'll figure out how it ends up, if it does end up in Skim's hand in a minute. For right now, we need to talk about Gwyn's solution. Gwyn, what is your solution to the Great Grog crisis of this era?
Severe fermentation. I found that there's many growth in the area we're going into, and it could be much more fresh and much more curative. And I feel as though that is something that would interest Walker and Summer more, especially when I fall in water and can't heal them.
Well,
It is now time for Walker to make a decision. Or rather, it is time for you, our fabulous audience, to make a decision. Who should be Walker and Summer's first mate? Should it be Finnegan? Should it be Skimmerhorn? Or should it be Guinevere? Put your votes in the Twitch chat so that we can see. And if you're watching us on Wizards' Twitch, we cannot, unfortunately, right now see your votes. Please come on over to ours, and we can see what you got to say.
Wait. There we go.
I'm gonna start that music just a little bit.
Great. We got a couple votes coming in. Let's see if there's any more. We'll give you guys another couple seconds.
Yeah, well.
Although it does look, a little like a landslide.
Who is it?
Oh, we got a vote for Guinevere. It's not a landslide anymore.
I stroke my horn. Wait, that sounds weird. I don't like that. Take that back. Retract. I don't like that.
I'm down.
Oh, you've got one. Look at
Yeah.
you.
I found the thing, the
Yeah.
OG.
Yeah, but that didn't get me drunk, and it's like gross.
You didn't drink
But
it.
patience to virtue.
It's never ending.
All right, we're gonna call it. It looks like our fabulous first mate of Captain Blackpaw, the Bootylicious, is none other than Skimmerhorn von Mikhail.
Yes. Let's all drink to that. By God.
Everyone, try a little bit of it. Everyone, come here. Finn, you be careful. Okay? You're a small man. Very strong drink.
I was gonna have the grog, but okay.
Hey,
Sure.
there you go.
All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes.
All right. Constitution saving throws. Walker, yours is at disadvantage. Everybody else's is straight. DC is 10.
16.
18.
5.
Oh.
I rolled 2 4.
Walker, this is all far too much for you. You are suddenly deeply and desperately inebriated.
Ooh.
And the ogres go, "Our captain, drinking! Yar! Must drink with the captain! And
We celebrate.
Great. I need you to make a persuasion check at disadvantage due to your intense drunkenness to get the ogres to continue to be on board with you, despite your apparent weakness.
My weakness.
Yeah, the fact that you had 2 shots and are vastly inebriated.
Wait. Ooh. You said performance?
No, I said persuasion.
Persuasion.
Performance works. You want to do performance?
Performance works. Great. Then that's going to be 7.
Yar. Should we so trust a captain that can't even take his own drink 2 shots? They say. They're not very eloquent.
Wait, okay. Y'all want to try this drink? Before you say anything?
Yar.
Fresh drink for all of you to try.
So the 12 ogres come in. They're all like a good 400 pounds and mostly muscle.
Uh-huh.
They're that football players build, that husky, but like all strength. And they come in and they're all taking tiny little. What are you handing out actually?
These boys, the things I do my key points in, they're pretty tall.
Right.
They're tiny for them, but
like,
it's pretty
one of
sizable.
the ogres takes it and holds it between his fingers and goes, "Just this? Yar! This not be enough. One could not drown yar in such a tiny thing."
Trust me, you perhaps will drown just a little bit.
Great. So the ogre is going to make a Constitution saving throw from his single shot. He is going to stumble backwards and go, "Yar, this be a brew of the gods. I cannot see clear. You had how many of these shots, Captain?"
2.
"Yar!" says the mass of ogres, all clearly impressed by your ability. The rest of the ogres all come and take what are to them thimble-sized shots and find that they are quite inebriated. There is a vast party on the way to Umberley's Berth, and the good news is you will all hopefully be sober by the time you arrive in the morning.
Hey, Finn.
Who failed their Constitution check?
Oh, yeah.
It was me.
Just you. You get to make another one in the morning
Okay.
to see if you're hungover.
Let's see. Nope. Not 20.
Hopefully, you wake up shining fresh and new as on the horizon you see Umberley's Berth. Umberley's Berth, Berth, incidentally, though it is a bit of a pun, is a seaside town that is known for the ne'er-do-wells, pirates, and scoundrels that fill it up. It is you see the dirty buildings, the many different smokes going into the sky. You can't smell it, but you can imagine what it smells like seeing it, and it is not good. There are pigs wallowing in filth alongside the docks. It is a good place to acquire a crew, information, and see who's around. Why are we here? Do we remember why we're arriving in Umberley's Berth?
Are we raiding Umberley's Berth?
You can rate it. Yes.
That's what
Is
my.
there another
my
reason?
concern
Is there any? I mean, more generally, is there a reason that you've arrived at the
Pick
town?
me, teach.
You can go.
Aren't I already have my point of inspiration, but isn't it true that we're here in order to try to find Skim's wife?
Indeed, Marina Untitled is in this region somewhere, and she's somewhere in the Corsair Islands. And if any town would have that sort of information, it's Umberley's Berth. Now, your ogres are expecting you to raid the town and attack it, but you don't have to do that immediately. What are your thoughts on how to go about this, crew?
Did we were ever given her pirate name?
Were you?
That was a question. I wasn't sure. I can't remember.
No.
No. Dang.
Well, first of all, I am going to keep these this mighty fine crew that I have on this ship so that we can at least look without all, the blood, the skulls. It would probably help if they stayed up here,
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're saying,
no, absolutely.
You're saying
So-
keep the ogres on board?
Keep the ogres on board.
Well, that's the goal, but how? Like, what do we tell them?
What do you mean how? We've got the most delicious drink here. If they just start drinking,
That's why you're the captain. I didn't even think about that.
they'll just they'll be preoccupied with drink. Have them
All right.
drink.
Cool. Great.
First mate, we're gonna need a lot more drink.
You got it, my captain, my captain.
Meow.
Meow.
Gonna end well.
Great.
All right. So,
But
do all of us want to go on? I think we should.
Yes,
I think
I
we
would
should.
love to aid in the search for my wife.
Should we leave? We should leave someone on the boat, though. So I'm thinking Sebastian.
Sebastian can wait.
Maybe I can stay here and make sure that there is no problem with the crew. They know to listen to me, and I will make sure they stay inebriated, so they do not bother the locals.
Oh, Sebastian, what would we do without you?
I don't
I-
know.
I've been around
So-
for days, so I hope you know.
And you're already filling such a void in our
Mhm.
heart.
Hmm.
We miss her.
May we? All right.
Yeah.
So there is a filthy tavern called the Distended Gut.
Sounds
Oh,
like
Oh my god.
There
That's the
is
grossest
a,
name I've ever
um,
heard.
And that's the name of the bar, the Distended Gut. And indeed, on its signpost is a very large beer belly that is not natural and very gross.
Oh my god.
Then there is the Hook, Line, and Sinker, which is a picture of a gentleman wrapped up in the fishing wire and hung upside down and underwater, clearly drowning to death. And it is the place where one can acquire jobs here. It's a place to pick up crew. And then finally, there is the Pirate King's mansion. These are three different places that we might investigate. Why don't we discuss as a group what we're interested in, and then we'll hop over to the chat and see what they think.
I'm really about going far. It sounds disgusting.
That is gross. But here's the thing: if we go to the Line and Sinker, she probably went there to pick up a crew. Yes, they would know. They have records of that, right?
I say again, it's gross. Skim, it's gross. Maybe she's there, or at least frequents it.
She wasn't
just-
gross. Come on, she barely.
I mean, like,
Come on.
Well, I was just gonna say, in the opposite direction, saying a lot of nice things about your wife. Maybe she's in a palace or a mansion or whatever. Maybe she's a pirate queen. I'm sure she's doing very well for herself.
I mean,
That's what I meant.
do any of us know who the king is? Is there a name for this pirate king?
Why don't y'all make a history check?
History!
History.
That's a nat one, so don't ask me.
So, same.
Yeah, 16. Whatever. Nat 21.
History buff.
History buff, indeed. You think you have read about Umberley's birth. Umberley, incidentally, is the queen of the depths, the chaotic evil goddess of the sea that sailors give homage and sacrifice to so she doesn't destroy them. She is a jealous, angry, vengeful goddess. And Umberley's Berth is both a dock and a place, Berth. So this is a jutted edge of Umberley coming up out of the ocean is the idea. And you've heard that actually this, the pirate king of this land is a sea turtle that has wrenched this little slice of land in the middle of nowhere. His name is Shellface Harmtail.
Just taking notes. That's
Shellface.
Shellface.
Yes.
Okay.
Shellface. Shellface. One might pronounce it
Shellface?
Shellface, but they'd be wrong. Shellface.
Oh.
And yes, he is the decadent pirate king of this island.
Mhm.
All right, you guys have made your argument. Oh, actually, Guinevere, why don't you argue for Shellface?
Shellfish? Like, we want to help him out. Like, that's we said we would. That's polite. We're trying to be more polite, right? Trying to be better people.
Yeah, generally, I do have to admit, I've been feeling kind of bad. I feel like I've been, if there's like a sort of a moral compass or a direction I'm supposed to be going with my life, I don't know if I've been following that recently. So I wouldn't mind trying to be nicer.
I don't know. I became the captain of a pirate ship, so I think my life and my karma is right on track. I don't know if I need to do any good deeds right now.
Yes, I'm not sure doing good deeds is helping a pirate king, though. Is it?
It
So
might,
maybe we help the pirate king.
Eh.
What did you say, Gwen? I couldn't hear you.
It might balance the scale.
All right, audience, it is now time for you to vote. Should they go to the Distended Gut, the terrible tavern, to the Hook, Line, and Sinker, a place to pick up crew, or to the Pirate King Shellface Harmtail's mansion? Please vote in the chat. We'll do a minute. I'll set like a little timer and stuff, right? That's fun.
I feel like I have to do like triple time steps or something.
It's got my ukulele
Time for some Weaselbacks break.
Pirate Mansion, dirty bar. Dirty bar.
I just want to go to the dirty bar.
The dirty birdie
The
bar.
Hook, Line, and Sinker.
Alright.
Alright, we're straight up tie.
No. We got two pirate
We
men.
got two pirate
Pirate Mansion's winning right now.
Indulge the.
That's exciting.
All right, 45 seconds.
Oh, are we buffering?
No. This is how long. I'm giving them a minute and a half to vote.
Sorry, it looked like it was buffering on my end, so I just sort of.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Ah.
All right, we're getting there. I mean, it's looking like we're going to the Pirate Mansion.
Check.
All right, we'll call. So,
If
Alright,
you're
drop the
just
music.
looking for a piece of anything, I'm not.
You good?
you walk through the town. There's filth everywhere, various pirates just fighting amongst each other. and one of them is pushed into Gwyn. "Watch where you're going, lass," he says. "You're liable to get yourself killed in these parts."
I'm sorry, I'll pay more attention next time.
Make a persuasion check, Gwyn.
14.
You'd best be doing so. You can't. And then he sees your black skin, your drow heritage, and he goes, "Oh, we don't be wanting any dark elf problems around these parts. So sorry. Here, let me wipe that dirt off of you."
That's what I want to see more of.
Do you give in to that? How do you respond?
I'm actually going to respond by kind of shrinking into myself a little bit, and then trying to hide behind Gimmerhorn.
Great. He goes, "Oh, I won't wipe you off then. Forgive me, lady, lass. My lady. Have a good day, dark elf queen, late person." And he walks up. And he starts whispering, you see, to a nearby half-orc who gives you a side eye.
Maybe it was a kind side eye. I don't know.
Yeah, guys, I'm obviously I'm gonna take the back for most of this socializing thing for a moment until we maybe meet the Pirate King. He seems a little bit more
I don't
accepting.
Do we have any idea what that? Okay, I'm just gonna let that pass.
Oh, I do.
You definitely notice looks and such on your way as you make your way through the town. You pass by the distended gut, and you see that there's a huge bar fight going on inside. Part of you wishes that you were part of it. But
I just chuck a rock through the window at somebody.
Oh! You hear somebody yell. Then you end up in this finely manicured area with well-dressed guards and tri-corner hats, white button-down shirts with red short ties, all with a cutlass in one hand and a shield in the other. One of them walks up to you and says, "Yahar, ahoy there. Welcome to the palace of King Harmtail. Do you be having business, or are you merely here, seeing the famous rose garden?"
Arg, ye matey. It is I, Captain Blackpaw, the Bootylicious. We actually do have business here with the good king, Pirate King.
Make a persuasion check with advantage due to your your great accent. No. No, it's great.
It's as pirate as I get.
No, I love it.
I think I sound like Teddy. Bob's Burgers. 15.
15? Ahoy, he says. "We be hearing that you came sailing in the garbage pail. Are you sure you want to keep that name for your ship?"
I was thinking about changing it. Maybe after. Actually, that's why I should talk.
Well, now that we know who ye be and why ye be here, it is indeed true that King Harmtail was expecting ye. He'll be in the grape room.
The grape
It's
room?
right. It's his grapes.
Ah. Good.
So you are escorted by a number of these guards to a room. There is a chaise lounge, one of those sitting chairs, and on it is a vastly bloated turtle wearing a golden crown, a purple cape. His bulk is issuing out of the sides of his shell. He is clearly eating some fine foods, and he says, "Oh, welcome, welcome. I was so expecting you, coming as soon as possible." Great! Thank you. So, Captain Blackpaw, the Bootylicious, I see.
Arg.
Arg, indeed. You know what? Guards, can you go shuffle away and send in the pallbearers and the fronds, though? You don't need to keep up that fake pirate talk with me, little one. I know that you're new to this life, and we all started somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. So, why are you here in Umberley's Berth? What brings you here?
Well, as long as we're talking candidly, I guess, we have a little favor to ask you. If you could help out a couple of newcomers.
Oh, I see. Do you think that pirate kings get there by being generous, kind, and giving something? Is that a thing you think of?
I don't know if you would say that I would be giving you nothing. I might have something I could give you.
At this point, two lovely young people, young gentleman and a woman, bearing palm fronds, come in and wearing not much else, loincloths and barely anything else, Princess Leia style outfits, if you will, and several very strong men and women with Paul, a palanquin to bear him on. I do so desire to walk through the rose garden, and I mean, I won't be walking, you will, but to travel through the rose garden. And they slide pieces of wood into the chaise longue and lift him up. Why don't we go talk outside where it's a little bit more comfortable? So I've heard so much of you, my black-furred tabaxi meow.
Yeah.
But I don't know who the rest of your compatriots are. Would they be so kind as to introduce themselves?
Crew, you heard.
Hello, I'm Guinevere Grovehart. I'm not from around here. I'm helping him out.
You're such a frail, fragile little flower, aren't you? Just waiting to be grabbed and plucked.
Maybe by some.
I'm just saying, you're so rooted in the ground. Wouldn't you be better off, like, exploring? But whatever, I'm sure you'll come to it. Who's this lovely little gentleman? What is your name?
My name is Finnegan Berry Bramble.
No, please, do go on, do go on.
Am a proud, stout halfling, and find myself to be of a tall stature. If it so pleases your lordship to refer to me as such, I would be greatly thankful.
Oh my goodness, it thinks it's tall. How adorable. Yes, you are very tall, of great stature. Yes, you are. I said laugh, and his go. And who's this tall, strapping slab of meat that we got here?
Ah, it's my first mate.
Yes, I'm Skimmeron von Mikhail. Quite adept at the drunken arts and also the seven seas, apparently.
Well, isn't that just something? Look at you ascending the ranks of leadership almost as fast as your captain. You know, he might have to be worried about your ambition, all things considered.
No, I have no ambition, but thank you for
Well, you should. You would make quite the excellent bearer of a pirate ship yourself. Do you smell that? The roses? I do so love the scent of roses. You know what? Make a Constitution saving throw, Walker, from the over florid. It is numbing.
And that's why I got a 2.
Great. You are quite distracted. Social checks.
Oh,
So,
not a 2. That was a not 1. I'm so sorry.
Not one? Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. You can't. Your kitty cat senses are overwhelmed. This is just all too much. All right. So then, so here we are in this very pleasurable place. I see it doesn't quite suit the sensual palate of our kitty friend. Now we're here discussing this as A king amongst his subjects? What boon are you requesting of me? What is this favor that you're so desirous of?
It's actually for my first mate here, I say through my paw because I can't really smell right now. We're hoping to find his wife.
Oh, is that so? A wife?
Yes.
How disappointing. Do tell me about this wife of yours and where she might be and what you're looking for. Like, what I need to know before I can help you.
Well, she was a fairly small lady, full of fire, with hair to match, same color, very bright, full of light, very kind. But apparently now she's a pirate captain as well. Seems like it's a flu. It's going around.
Oh, no, she's been here for a little while. I know exactly who you're talking about. In fact, it would be little to no trouble at all for me to introduce a meeting between the two of you.
Well, I'd like that very much, if you could.
Oh, I could, but why should I?
What would you like in return?
Oh, I don't know, a vast amount of treasure, something to help me secure my position as king of this lonely little island. Or I don't know, just what do you have to offer? What do you think you can do for me?
What if we stopped, I don't know, maybe 12 ogres from destroying the town?
Ooh, are you threatening me?
No, I'm just saying we could.
You're saying that you could order your ogres to attack the town and then stop them.
They would be stopped.
So it's a threat. What a very interesting prospect. I admire your gumption. What about the rest of you? What do you think? Well,
What problems do you have? What things do you need solved? I'm not going to bring you treasure. We don't have time for that. Especially for a small meeting. Do we?
there's a Squaggins offshore. You know those dirty little fish people. They keep attacking. Uh, they keep attacking ships, and I would so like for them to stop doing so. You see. So that's a potential thing. That's a problem I've got that you could fix. What about the rest of you? What ideas do you have?
Did you plant this card in yourself? Has this been a project of yours?
Oh, I did not personally plant it. I have people to do such a thing. Grape! Grape! Where are my grapes? And then, indeed, a few seconds later, somebody comes barreling out of the house with a grape and puts it in his mouth. Go faster next time. I'm sorry. So, yes. What was I saying? Where were we? Oh, I do so love horticulture. In particular, these lovely roses, but I'm a fan of grapes as well, which grow not too far away. And, no, I'm a fan of the floral art. Why do you ask?
Just curious if maybe there might have been any invasive species that you've had to deal with lately that somebody of my skill set that could
Oh,
help
you. Oh, I see the mossy growths and the dirt on your feet. Are you a druid, my dear?
Yeah.
Well, there is a flower on a nearby island infested with zombies. But there's a single flower deep in the middle of that island that I would so love to have someone pluck for me and bring over here. Would you like to be the flower that plucks another flower?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's 3 options for the chat. Why don't you all discuss? Well, I have some more grapes. It takes too long. Bring me back in. I want my grapes faster. Thanks. And he is indeed going to be carried back in, leaving you in the rose garden to discuss your possibilities. Why don't you discuss them?
I don't like him.
I don't
want him
like.
dead. I want to kill him.
So-
We should
Yes.
have a coup.
Same.
We could leave
So we've-
Sebastian in charge. I don't care.
We've got
Sorry
Gwen.
about earlier, Jim.
What?
I was rude. I was rude to you, and I want to apologize.
No, you're fine. It's okay.
Here's the thing. We do have 12 ogres who will follow my every command, seeing how I am the captain of. John, what's my ship's name again?
The garbage pail.
Seeing how I am captain of the garbage pail, we have got to work on that name, by the way.
Yeah, good deal.
And if we cause a lot of ruckus, it's not like we won't catch her eye. Maybe. I mean, he said that she's in town. We don't need him anymore.
So we want to start a fight to smoke her out?
Yeah, it would work for me.
Admittedly, it's not our best idea. That's usually how things descend into madness, but like planning on that kind of madness outright, who knows what'll happen.
Exactly.
I'm just saying.
I understand we've ascended quite quickly among pirates recently, but I don't want to risk starting an all-out war or a mutiny.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think just going and taking care of. I think the zombies might be a little bit easier.
I think
Personally.
gardening is our best course of
That's
action
just
at the
me.
moment.
Because we don't know, these fish people, maybe they're just hungry. They've got a whole ecosystem. I don't want to fight in water. It's hard.
We could get zombies to fight fish.
How?
Are you a necromancer?
We can get the ogres to eat the fish.
I wish.
We could definitely get the ogres
We got
to
the
just
fish
add away
to eat the
some
zombies. Yes.
Ah.
It's rotten meat, though. I feel like that's more ogre territory than fish people.
I don't want to make our ogre sick, you know?
We do need
Maybe
them.
you shouldn't have made that brew then.
Hey.
I'm just saying, it's effective.
While they continue discussing, why don't we take a minute to vote in the chat as to which of the 3 places they should go to? But you guys should keep discussing during that minute.
I'm just saying that maybe I become the pirate.
Well, then you'd be stuck here. Don't you want to,
Yeah, there's
travel
that.
about the world and, go on our wild adventures?
Kings can have people replaced.
For a
by-
pirate, no, you're gonna need to be there. That's like a 24-hour job, a 24/10 job, I believe.
Yeah, I guess. It's just thinking about the pirate king. Oof. I already like these shoes and this hat.
Well, so we could just kill the pirate king.
I don't think that's going to happen. Let's
So
be
that-
realistic.
What the options are,
Yeah.
I'll restate them. The options are to fight fish people, Sahwagan, on behalf of the Pirate King. Then there is going to an island of zombies to pluck a special flower. And then finally, there is attacking the town with a host of ogres and attempting to unseat the Pirate King. Those are our 3 options. That's how I pronounce Sahwagan. It might not be correct, but it's how I pronounced it forever.
For the record, Finny goes Sahuagin. but
Southwagon.
that's just- Southwagon, but that's his accent. So.
So yes, my lovely chat, please chime in as on where you think they should head out.
I think zombies. That's what I say. I think it's gonna be the easiest, and it's just
I'm
we run in, we get the rose, and we run out.
I'm totally for that idea, but I'm also kind of curious as to the correlation between the zombies and the flat. But that's my own
Yeah,
horticultural kind
yeah.
of
I
insight.
admit there's something something smells a little off about it.
So maybe we
The
should
Pirate
be
King?
ogres.
We Anywhere I go, the ogres go.
Oh yeah, no, we should definitely use the ogres. That's what we have 12.
Well,
Yeah, 12.
No.
I think we have a.
I think it's decided.
Yep.
It's pretty decided.
Zombie, leave the fish people be.
Yep.
Poor little fish people.
Yeah, leave them be.
Gillsworth.
So, official Dungeons and Dragons says that the pronunciation for Sahuagin is that Sahuagin or Sahuagin are both correct.
Sahuagin.
Sahuagin and Sahuagin are both correct.
I swear you
But
said.
that doesn't matter.
I swear you said it's a hooligan for some reason.
Sahuagin, hey hey. Excuse me. Now my fish people have Irish accents or Scottish accents. So they'll be soccer hooligans. Never mind. Hooligan. So zombies. Then you're not gonna. Nobody wants to attack the town. Seems like everybody's frightened of my pirate king. So you're gonna get in your boat and head to this zombie-infested island.
Yes, I guess so.
Absolutely.
Should we try to get some crew first? Maybe stop in at this hook, line, sinker, grab a few more extra hands to throw at the endless hordes of undead.
Well, they would have to agree with the ogres, and the ogres would have to not eat them.
Yeah. And also, we don't have anything to offer them in form of pay. We're just organizing a meeting, and they're gonna want booty.
Yeah,
Especially if they get hired by the Bootylicious. It's,
I wouldn't be surprised if there's some. I mean, there are zombies there. That means there was probably a civilization that people don't go to. So there might be there might be some treasure.
I'm thinking something. We did promise that our ogres could raid some.
Oh, they'll raid some zombies.
An ancient civilization crawling with zombies. Right?
Yes. Perfect.
Right? Yeah.
Some kind of that's a raidy place. I would raid there.
They're drunk. They'll go for it.
Yeah.
So you're going back to the ship and talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
So you go back to the ship and ogres are Yahar! Ahoy, Captain! What? When we attack? How? When we go in and kill humans and other stupid faces and take their thing? Seabass says soon. Sebastian looks at you and says, I tried to do my best, and they are insisting on attacking something soon. They say that you are a good captain and will accomplish this for them.
You did well, Sebastian. You did very well. My people, there is no booty here. I've checked. I've looked high and low for booty for my people, and there is none. But I have found booty elsewhere, and we will
Ye be the master of booty! Yar!
onward to the island of booty.
All right, make a deception check with advantage.
It did not perform.
It can be a performance.
Every single charisma check. Could it be a performance, though?
Every single yes, I guess so.
10.
10? They're all like, one of them raises his hand.
Yes, you there.
Can we attack here next, Yahar?
Maybe.
You know?
We'll see. Look,
Just mine.
I'd like to say, buddy, let's see how you do. You do well today. Maybe, you get good star. You get good gold star. You can raid this place too, eh?
Sure. Why don't you make a
Chin up, champ.
persuasion check, or as we like to say, a performance check.
Oh.
And
I'm proficient.
no, but actually a persuasion check. So
That's fine. It's 21. So
21
yes.
says, I will do that. Ahar.
All right, chin up, champ. Like,
Oh, okay.
but I
Anything else first, mate, sir?
you don't actually have to
sun
do
is
it.
Bright. Yar, sun is bright. Yar.
Don't look in the sun. Okay, come on.
I
I'm
agree.
putting my chin. as you said.
All right, people.
Great job,
to your
champ.
stations.
Great. So, you traverse the ocean. Who's going to try to find this island?
I'm proficient with navigator's tools and water vehicles.
Great.
Go.
Do an intelligence check with proficiency.
Awesome.
Not-
Oh wait,
not-
intelligence?
Wisdom?
Okay. It's better than a -2. That's all I'm saying. So don't hate me, but I rolled a nat 1.
Oh, it wouldn't have mattered.
So that's a 3.
3-hour tour. Sorry, what? So you get lost, and a terrible storm begins to pick up.
Ooh.
You're nowhere near Zombie Island, and there's a horrible storm. The crew looks to you and says, "Captain Blackpaw, the Bootylicious, yar, roar! What do we do, har?"
We are hardened, battle hardened pirates. Do we cower at storms? I don't think we do. Do you? Are you that crew?
Make an intimidation check, and no, it can't be performance.
Oh, this is intimidating. 13.
Oh, no, we're good pirates. We just are used to you saying things like the captain would be like, "Batten down the hatches, the mainsail," and you didn't say any of those things.
Well, that's
so-
because you should know to do them by now. I shouldn't have to tell you to do your jobs. That's why I gave them to you. Yeah?
You hear that, boys? The captain wants us to express autonomy. Your autonomy, and all of the other ogres go, "Our autonomy," and they begin to do their jobs well without your bidding. Though you wonder if you have successfully sowed the seeds of an ogre uprising.
They like me.
They like you. All right. Indeed, there's a number of sailory things to do, and Finnegan would know what to do. Finnegan, will you make a charisma check using your navigator's tools, so with proficiency, to correctly give out orders to your friends?
Well, Finnegan does a very good unnatural 20.
Nice.
Carter goes, starboard is right and port is left.
Indeed. I need somebody needs to help furl in the mainsail. This is an athletics check. Who's gonna furl in the mainsail?
Athletics.
Oh wait, athletics. Wait. Not me. Definitely not me.
Alright.
Okay.
I'm already up in the crow's nest because I was trying to navigate, so I could. Unless you want to give it a go, Gwen.
I might fall. But I'll
Okay,
give it
cool.
a go.
The wind blows menacingly and terribly as you attempt to bring in the mainsail with the others.
It's a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
You are told to hold a piece of the mainsail, and it bursts out of your hands, throwing you off the side of the ship in the storm. Walker, make a perception check with disadvantage. Skin, make a perception check. Gwyn, make a perception check with advantage.
Nice.
Great.
13. But
In the roaring of the storm, you hear one of the ogres yell out, "Half man overboard! Man overboard!"
great. I will grab a I guess a piece of wood and tie it to a rope and then chuck it over to the side towards him.
Great. Make a sleight of hand. No, you know what? That's an attack roll. Make an attack roll using dexterity.
Whoa! All right, the first attack roll of the night, guys. Wow, such a that's a cock die. Bloop bloop bloop. Cool. 18.
18.
Mm-hmm.
Splash! Nearby is the piece of wood wrapped up. I need an athletics check from Skim to hold onto it so it doesn't get swept away as he's tying it.
This was my idea, but I will try. I'm going to try to hand it off to an ogre immediately after this, so they can actually.
Great, hand it off to an ogre.
There we go. Someone who actually has athletics.
He's holding. I have rope, Yahar. He said. Finnegan, make an acrobatics check to try to swim over and grab it.
That's it's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. You grab onto it. All right. The ogre pulls you back on board. The storm isn't a very intense, and it manages to subside after a little while. Though you are hopelessly lost, even worse than you were at the beginning of the storm. How are you going to find this island?
Did we not get like a map or something from the pirate?
You're given coordinates and a place to go. Your resident sailor tried to follow them and led you into a storm.
Oh my!
What?
I had inspiration.
That would have been the time to use it. Yes.
No.
How about? Do we have a sextant on board? Which sounds kinky, but it's actually very useful.
You do. With that sextant, somebody could make a either a nature check or a survival check to try to get you back on course.
Not me.
Nature or survival.
Yes, druid.
There we are.
Look through this. Stare at the stars.
Let's hope this works out. Let's hope I can find places. 13.
Looking up at the stars and using the sextant, it has become night through the storm, and you are filled with a sense of hope and longing for adventure. The stars twinkle beautifully. This is out in the middle of the ocean, and there's no like major bright lights in the world, so it's just gorgeous and stunning, and something you never saw in your homeland of the Underdark. So for you, it's a beautiful and sublime experience to use this tool, look up at the stars, and figure out where you need to go. And that's when you're able to discover this island. One of the reasons it was so hard to find is that it is indeed shrouded in a strange atmosphere, constantly covered in fog and mist, with lightning storms around its edge. It wasn't that Finnegan got entirely wrong. Being off just a little bit put you in this ring of thunderstorms. What a dangerous place this is for a tower.
I don't want to give it a vibe check.
5. Sure. Make a insight check.
4.
This seems like a nice, happy, friendly place that's probably full of puppies.
Great.
All right. You approach.
So we're all right, my lovely, lovely crew. This is the place where we will find
This
booty.
place? Yahar?
Yes, this place, Yahar.
It's scary, Yahar.
You're scary, Yahar.
Well, sure, but not in a spooky fog and mist with zombies.
What if I hold your hand?
What if you told us to act with autonomy, and we say we know we're not supposed to go in terrible cursed places?
But I would ask you how you know about this island. Now you know it's cursed. You know it?
And look at it, and see that it is covered in terrible fog and curse.
So you don't know that it's cursed. It could not be cursed.
It's totally cursed, Yahar.
Probably cursed, Yahar. But that's where the best booty is. Do you want small booty or do you want big booty?
I like big booty, I cannot lie. But, well, alright. We'll get right on shore and distract the zombies.
Thank you, that's all I ask.
Great. So as you approach, you do indeed see that a number of ships have wrecked across this place, and the souls of the damned flock it. There are ghosts shimmering in the mist, and there are indeed zombies wandering about on the shore. All of them seem to be sailors that died in similar storms. It seems that there would have been a tiny little Finnegan zombie had things gone a little different. So, the zombies see your boat and begin to paddle through the water, moving slowly and certainly towards you. The ogre says, "Stop them! Yes, is what we do. Yes, are."
You
Yes.
are.
Great. So,
Wait.
the ogres, all 12 of them are going to be fighting zombies off of the ship, hopefully in such a way that they won't pay attention to you while you get on and start looking for this flower.
Captain Yahar, idea. What if we take the explosive ship they have tied to the side, pull it away to the side? Wrong accent, sorry. Great. What if we take the ship tied to the side of the boat, drag it somewhere else, drag all the zombies to us, run away, and blow it up?
I like this idea, and we won't have to return back to Snark Finkelbottom because we won't have his ship anymore. I didn't like him very much.
Oh no. Are you still wearing the necklace?
Oh god.
Yeah,
Yes.
just heard that.
What is this necklace for our new viewers that you just remembered?
It's a necklace that Snark Finkelbottom gave us so that he could record the progress of his ship, his experimental speedboat.
So,
and I put it on because I felt like being a team player.
So he hears and sees the things you're saying?
Yes, he does. Oh, goodness. I did not mean that, Snark Finkelbottom. We will keep your... Whatever, it's supposed to explode anyway. Let's explode it.
It's an idea.
I mean, it's an idea, but here's another idea. Run in, grab flower, run out as quick as possible.
I would
Do
like
you
to
know
keep
where
as many.
flower is?
You're
Nothing
making
grows.
12 orcs not have a home.
The place is.
Displacing your crew.
I'm just saying, the place is probably cursed. Probably, right? So, probably like a dark hill somewhere and like a single rose growing on the top, and there's like a one ray of light.
Curses, they're so
curses.
typical.
They're all the same.
Yeah.
But I wish
you've been told a lot of stories as a child.
Maybe I was raised on a whole lot of stories about my great great grandpappy. What are you gonna do?
Okay, guys. The more we talk, the ogres die.
Yes.
Be dying!
No, don't die.
Don't die.
You do not get started if you die.
We're in the process of it.
Well, then let's just get on with it and run in.
Great. So you leap on and you begin to search for the flower. This whole place is marshy and mossy. There's a sucking noise as you're clinging into the moss, and then you see on a hillock, a tiny little hill, a grassy knoll, if you will, a single yellow bud pushing out of it.
That seems placed.
It's the one flower here, so it must be the one flower we're looking for. Right? Yeah.
Wait.
Druid?
Let's strategize about how to pluck it, because I'm not going up on there and just grabbing it. That just doesn't seem like a good idea.
That seems like the best idea to me.
We could.
I'm gonna start
dig up.
making my way.
So, make a perception check, Finnegan.
That's a 12.
The ground rumbles menacingly underneath you, as though something deep underground is rumbling and roiling. But this doesn't bother you. Look at the pit. And as you approach the flower, the ground shakes and it begins to rise from the earth. And you see it is a vast, terrible plant monster covered in vines that twitch like tentacles, and within its mossy mass are 9 corpses of other pirates who were foolish enough to come here. It is, you know what, why don't you make Arcana checks to see if you know what this thing is.
Nope.
Plus 1?
16.
What
Plus
is here?
9.
9.
11.
What was Skim?
11.
Guinevere, it is a corpse flower, a terrible plant that tries to go to places where there will be large amounts of corpses and animates them as zombies to fulfill its needs.
Sounds needy.
It is.
Yeah, it does.
Indeed, we are going to take our intermission now. When we come back, we will fight with the corpse flower. Hello, everybody. We are back dealing with the corpse flower that is attacking the crew of the garbage pail. All right. So, Skim, this horrible thing has come out and is leering at Finn.
Finn,
What are you gonna do?
throw me that bottle that you got from in the ship.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Can I do that, or do I have to wait until it's my turn in the initiative?
I will be very kind and let you throw the bottle right now.
I'll use it as my reaction.
Great, it's your
Quid
reaction.
pro quo. Sure. So I toss it to you. Absolutely.
Great.
A attack roll.
Oh, I'm sorry. My dice are not being kind to me. What am I adding to it?
Your dex and proficiency.
Oh, it's a 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Great. The bottle flies through the air and you catch it. Oh, actually, you should make a... You're going to catch it with that 15. You catch it and it juggles and jostles you. Great. What do you do?
I open it, take a swig out of it to see what it does. Yep.
You are gaining 4 temporary hit points. When you drink from the bottle, it gives you temporary hit points equal to your monk level.
Ooh, nice.
Your drunken master monk level. So it will not work for other people.
Cool.
Also, as you hold it in your hand, you feel that it is very much weighted to shatter and reform. This is a monk weapon that does d6 damage. +1 to hit, +1 to damage. It's a +1 magical bottle of smashing.
Great. I'm going to
As a standard of endless grog.
recork it, flip it over, and then just go smash it over the creature's head.
Great. So you run forward,
Uh-huh.
skimming through terrible tentacles. You get up to the mass of the creature that is writhing with dead bodies. The corpse stench is unreal, and you smash it.
Let's see. With my dex. Oop.
Armor class is 12.
Oh, 15.
15?
Mm-hmm.
Great. You smash into it, the bottle shatters, covering it in grog, and the bottle, the pieces of glass shudder and slump back into the bottle. Then roll your damage.
Cool. 1, 2, 6, 4. So that's 7, and I will spend a key point to hit it again twice with my fists.
Do it.
Oh god. Kick and punch. All right, sorry. So slow. Cool. 1 hits, 1 doesn't.
Great.
Cool.
So roll your damage for me.
It's also a d6, or go back.
No, those are D4s, I think.
Cool, gotcha. Cool. That's 6.
6?
Mm-hmm.
Great. It is at 69 remaining hit points.
Nice.
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 Yeah. 69. Children that are watching, don't ask your parents what that means. I think they're all gone. It's, midnight.
It's late.
Yeah.
So, the corpse flower reaches into itself with one of its tendrils, and it pulls out one of the rotting bodies, and you see it filling it, like it's veiny and pulsating and filling it with animating goo. It drops the zombie to the ground, and it's animate. Then it's going to get tentacular at our friend Finn. So it's making 3 attacks at Finn. What's your armor class?
My armor class is a slick 19.
19.
Yeah. I got that shield up.
It's going to miss twice, but stab you once. I need you to make a DC 14 Constitution saving.
Ooh. Dang. What'd you get?
I got a 15. Constitution, right?
DC 14, yeah.
I got a 15.
Great. You are not poisoned by the terrible sap within it and merely take 9 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Speaking of which, however, there's a zombie now. There's one zombie that has fallen out of this, and it's going to swipe at you. It is going to miss as it passes right over your head. All right, that brings us to Walker and Summer.
Okay. So if the zombie is attacking Finn, I'm going to use my short bow, and I'm going to shoot at the zombie, hopefully hitting it in the head.
Great. Roll an attack roll. Armor class is 8.
Nat 20.
Nat 20. All right, you're going to roll 2d6 and add your dexterity modifier.
10, 17.
Jumanji rules.
Or it's 15, sorry.
15. All right, the zombie makes a undead fortitude check of how much damage was it? 15.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna fail and explode. No more zombie.
Dang.
Great. Then.
Oh wait, we were standing by it, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Showers every filth. Gwen. Gwen.
So I'm gonna cast some conjurations between 2 of the corpses that are on the corpse flower.
Sure.
So it's good. I'm gonna say one that's pretty far to the left and one to the right. So maybe it might cloud its field of. Well,
What spell are you casting?
web.
Web. Great. So the creature is covered in gross, sticky goo. It makes a dexterity check. It gets a 17. What's your difficulty?
15.
Great. It's not trapped in that, but it is in the area of it. If it tries to move, it might get wrapped up in your web. Cool? The whole ground is covered with sticky goop now. Actually, we'll say that it barely misses Finn. Speaking of which, Finn, you are close enough to smell this thing at the start of your turn. It's got an ability called Stench of Death. It smells really awful. DC 14 con save.
It's a 1.
Aw.
You pass out
Great. Love it.
from the terrible stench. All
It's
right.
a 1 plus 4. Does that change things?
It sure doesn't. You come to at the end of the round. You just
Okay. Cool. So I just.
you miss your turn. Skim, you are now 10 feet away from this thing. It smells like rotting corpses mixed with night soil. It's awful. Roll a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
I'm out.
Sorry?
I'm out. Yep, that was.
You also pass out from the terrible stench. Though you managed to pull yourself up, you're incapacitated during your turn.
Mhm.
All right. The creature warbles. It rips another corpse from within itself and throws it on the ground. There's another zombie. Then it's going to shoot 2 tentacles at the delicious morsel that is Finnegan Berry Bramble, and another tentacle at Skimmerhorn von Mikhail. Skimmerhorn, what's your armor class?
Boop. 14.
It hits. I need you to make another DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
Nope.
You are going to take another 7 poison damage for a total of 16.
Okay. 16 minus.
It seems that this thing is horrifying and strong and far more than you signed up for. Maybe it's possible to get this flower off its head and run. 2 slicey tentacles are coming at Finn. Finnegan, you are missed both times, weaving, darting, dodging, and avoiding these terrible tendrils. All right, Walker.
Well, do I have a clear shot to the flower?
It's on top of the creature. It's about 10 feet tall. You could try to shoot it off. It's a pretty difficult shot, or climbing it.
I'll climb it.
Great. So it's about 15 feet away from you, and you're going to need to climb. You might need to use your tabaxi speed to get up there and get off if you want to.
That's what I'm planning to do. Yes, using my my feline agility, prepping for that, and then running at the flower. Hopefully, I can snatch it off and then end up behind it.
Great.
And we can just run off this island.
You dodge and weave and manage to try to get to the edge of the flower. The smell is overwhelming, but you're holding yourself together. Make a acrobatics check to crawl up its side.
Oh, acrobatics. That is 14.
14. Great. You manage to crawl up the side. You're at the top. I want you to make a survival check to successfully harvest this flower.
12.
12. You are holding one of the little yellow pieces of the flower. It smells like the worst smells in the world. Rotting flesh and poop.
Perfect. Can I get off this creature?
You can. It's going to get an attack of opportunity if you try to run away from it.
I can't use my cunning action to disengage?
You can use your cunning action to disengage. Alright, so you use your cunning action to disengage, leap off and scurry away, leaving your two friends at its feet. The zombie didn't act, and it's going to go now. It's going to punch at Finn. It's going to hit for 4 bludgeoning damage.
Cool. Ow. I mean, ow. The first ow wasn't really an accent.
Cool.
Gwyn, what you doing?
Oh, I didn't actually hear you. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Welcome to the internet. What you up to?
I am going to try to see if I can support Walker a little bit in his escape.
Sure.
And I'm going to walk over to him, just grab him, and use my guidance can.
Great. You feel filled with divine purpose and the purpose of nature, Walker. Your next check, you add a D4 to it in the next round. Skill check. Great. That brings us to Finn at the base of the creature. Roll a Constitution saving throw, DC 14. How'd it go?
Are you there?
Hello?
Are you asking? Is it
Yeah.
mine?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought it was still. I thought it was still Gwen. That's a. I was like, who's not going? That's an 11. It's me. Of course it is. I got distracted by McClunky because that's a great
Thank you,
Twitch name.
McClunky. We love you.
Thank you. 7 plus 4, 11.
For 11, you are once again incapacitated during your action.
I love it.
Skim, the scent of death fills your lungs. DC 14 con save.
You got it. Please don't be. Hey, 13. So.
You are incapacitated.
Mm-hmm.
The corpse flower is going to go now. It's going to rip another zombie out of itself. There's now 2 of them. And it's going to stab at you guys with its tendrils.
Cool.
2 at Skim, 1 at Finn. 1 at Finn is going on the floor. I'm just going to reroll that over here. Finn, you are stabbed. Make a DC 14 Constitution save.
Okay, that I passed. Because that's a 19.
You take 9 piercing damage as you're stabbed by its terrible viney tendril. Then 2 are coming at Skim. Armor class is 14.
Yep.
It's gonna miss you both times. The 2 and a 4 modified to a 7 or 9. As it rumbles through the ground and misses you, it flurbles and bellows, releasing further fetid smells. It's clearly quite alive. Oh, that's right. I meant to show. I have a corpse flower figure.
Oh.
Isn't this thing lovely?
Oh, he's
Isn't it
gross.
just the most pretty thing in the world?
Mm-hmm.
It's disgusting.
Yep.
Blind side. Yeah.
What are you doing? So you're both out. It just did these tentacles. The zombies are going to attack, one at each of you. Mrs. Finn and Mrs. You are so lucky. I rolled a 1, a 2, and a 4 on attacks against Skim. Natural 1 is the zombie and just fails to hit you utterly. That brings us to Guinevere. No, Walker. What you doing, Walker?
So I have the flower in my hand, and
You do. Actually, you need to make a DC 14 Constitution save, being near that flower.
and I can roll a D4 to that check.
You cannot. It's a skill check.
That's a Constitution save. That's 10.
Smell of the flower overwhelms you, and you pass out at Guinevere's feet. Gwen.
Okay.
You managed to pull yourself together, but your action is spent retching from that smell. Gwen, what are you up to?
I am going to grab the flower and hope that it's not too stinky for me, and go help some friends more.
Great.
I'm within range of Skim, right?
You are 15 feet away from Skim and Finn.
Well, I'm just gonna book it towards them, and that's gonna be the rest of my turn.
You're no. You've still got your whole turn. You're next to them. You environment incidental to grab the flower and stuff it into your jacket. You still have an action and 15 feet of movement.
I am going to use Cure Wounds on Skim Horton.
Great.
So I'm gonna reach out and touch. Base.
Great. Roll a d8. Or actually, are you testing it first or second level?
Second level.
Yep. Great. Roll 2d8 and add your wisdom modifier.
14.
Cool. Lovely. All right. Do you want to step back?
Yes.
Great. It's going to swing a tentacle at you. But you probably don't want to start your turn next to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to miss. 5 plus 5 is 10. I imagine that you got some sort of armor. So it misses.
Just fine.
That brings us to Finn. Yo, Finn. Why don't you make that Constitution check you're so fond of? You know, the one that keeps knocking you out.
I will, but I've did some light reading in between. Does this Constitution save have anything to do with poison?
It sure does.
Because guess who's a stout halfling and forgets all of his stuff? So I have advantage on rolls against poison.
Great. You suddenly remember that the scent shouldn't bother you as much.
Thank God, because one of them was a 1 and the other is a 17.
You are no longer overwhelmed by the smell. What you gonna do?
Drag me.
Okay, so I'm the only one who's close to it. Everybody else is at least 15 feet away.
Skim is at your feet, or Skim is right next to you, also continually being overwhelmed by the smell at the start of his turn.
Is picking him up in action?
It is not. You have an incidental action where you can interact with the environment, and that includes grabbing somebody.
Okay, I'm gonna pick him up, or grab him.
Great.
And disengage and run.
Great, you're 30 feet away. All right, Skim.
Great. I'd like to just say that I have a little bit of like a vial of that brew I made today that was really, really potent. Cool. Then I'm gonna rip off a bit of my sleeve, stuff it full of and light it on fire and chuck it at it.
Great. Roll a intelligence-based brewer's kit check to successfully make this Molotov cocktail. Are you only making this because you're using a Russian accent?
That was 16.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Great. You have a Molotov cocktail. We're going to say that this is a improvised... it'll do as much damage as Burning Hands. 3d6.
3d6? So just
Great.
go for it.
So it's going to roll a dex save.
Okay.
What's your intelligence modifier?
+0 for intelligence.
Great. The difficulty is going to be 10.
Okay.
Which it will pass, so it'll take half damage, sort of. Roll that 3d6 for me.
Okay. That's 6 and 7. Just 7.
7?
Mhm.
So would have taken 3, but it gets doubled because it's vulnerable due to the fact that it's covered in the grog that you splashed it with earlier. And it burns for 7 damage and is on fire. It has to take an action to try to put out the fire. The scent, though, spreads even further because the flames are, you have the smell of charbroiled night soil and corpses. It's awful. All right, so it is going to try to move towards you, but it has to make a dex save on that web. Gwyn, what is your difficulty for your spells?
13.
It does not matter because it rolls a natural 1. It gets wrapped up and restrained in the webs while it's on fire. Now, next turn, it's going to burn up these webs. The fire will burn through the webs. But right now, it's trapped. Roll a d10 for me to see how much fire damage it takes, Skim.
Yes. Let me find my d10s, which I should have a ton of.
I can roll it if you want.
I got a 7.
7?
Mhm.
It takes 14 damage and is at 48. Now, it's restrained. You could try to take out this thing. Actually, let's bring that to our audience. They're safe from its terrible aura, but it's bad. Audience, should they kill this thing and see if there's anything that might give a clue as to its whereabouts or why it's here, or should they just book it? Audience, you got a minute to tell us if you think they should book it or stay.
There might be treasure on the island. This might be a good idea, you know?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, not many people would have explored this island because of this creature, eh?
Yes. Also,
Thank you, McClunkey. We love you.
meh, kill. 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 Kill.
So the sentiment is pretty clear. We'll give another 30 seconds for anybody that's listening that hasn't chimed in yet.
Killed by death.
Okay, so yes, we're not going to get great. So that means we're going to fight this thing. Who just went? Finn, right? Pulling, Skim just threw it, so it's the corpse's turn. It got trapped. It is pulling out another zombie and chucking it. It's gonna roll an attack roll to see if it hits Skim with its thrown zombie. It does not. The zombie's gonna have half health at 6, as it is shattered in half from the impact. The other 2 zombies are going to walk through the web. One of them is trapped in it. One of them is going to make it the 15 feet to Gwyn and punch at her. Gwyn, I imagine an 18 hits you?
Yes, it does.
You are punched for 4 bludgeoning damage. I feel like your tooth is a little loose from that zombie punch. The corpse flower is going to spend its time making an athletics check, which it succeeds to put out the fire. All right. That brings us to Walker.
Oh, well, it's still very far away from us, so I'm going to shoot it with my short.
Great. Roll your attack roll. Armor class is 12.
What was that? 18.
18. Your arrow flies true. It is, so what you should have done is hide so that you can get your sneak attack.
I thought it was engaged with somebody else, but it's not.
It is
because it
not
just
any
clicked
longer,
out.
but I am totally willing. This is one of my philosophies as a dungeon master. I want you to use your cool stuff. I'm not trying to get one on you. It would make sense for you to hide first. You want to find a nearby piece of driftwood to duck behind?
Yeah, there's a rock somewhere.
There totally is. Make a stealth check. Difficulty is 12.
Oh.
That's good. I rolled a 15.
15? Great. You dodge behind the rock, It doesn't see you. You aim your arrow carefully. Roll a second die because you would have had an advantage from stealth.
So that is 5. What is the 7? 13.
Armor class is 12, but you got it on the first. It was mostly to see if you got a critical hit.
Okay.
That's okay. You're
No,
gonna roll 3d6. You're gonna roll 3d6 and add 5 for me, or your Dex modifier, which I think is 5.
That's not
9.
Yeah.
Great. Corpse Flowers at 39. It flurbles and roars, moving forward. Its tentacles waving. It's furious. There's a malign intelligence to this evil plant. All right, Gwen.
I'm gonna throw a club at it.
All right, you have a throwing club?
No, I'm just gonna hit it with my club. I'm close enough now, since I'm still like healed up in the horn.
Yep, you're about 15 feet away.
Gonna whack it.
Great. So you're gonna move in.
Right, yes.
Great. Are you casting the Shillelagh cantrip, or do you just have a regular club?
I will be casting Shillelagh cantrip.
What does your Shillelagh look like? Circle of
My
the
Shillelagh is kind of just like it has that gross, like, tinted glow to it, the kind of black obsidian. But it also has a little bit of a green tint to it, the same tint that I have.
John? Hello? Uh-oh. We've lost John.
All right. So, why don't we pick up? Do we remember where we were in initiative?
No.
That I didn't mark. I
Nah.
believe it was mid Corpse Flower's turn, so we're gonna pick up with Walker and Summer. All of you were 15 feet away from it. Somebody had just thrown a Molotov cocktail in its face. And by somebody, I mean the Drunken Master Monk Skim. Yeah, that's where we are. It's flurbling towards our ill-fated party, and they're going to hopefully take it out. A reminder, it's at a remaining 39 hit points. Let us begin with Walker.
All right. So, well then, I'm just going to do the exact same action I took last time.
Great.
And I'm going to shoot it with my I'm going to hide first. That's what we did last time.
Great.
I'm going to
You find
look for
a nearby rock with which to throw yourself behind and make a stealth check. The difficulty is 12.
Oh, I got that. That is 16.
16? All right. The Corpse Flower does not see you. It is burning and on fire and moving in your direction. What do you want to do?
I'm going to shoot it with my short bow again.
Do that. Roll an attack roll with advantage and get your sneak attack if you hit.
Let's see. Ah, yeah. I rolled a 19, so that hits.
Great. The crossbow bolt flies true and thunks into the plant with a strange metallic sound, as though it was hitting another piece of metal. How much is your damage?
Let's see. 1d6. And I get my sneak attack damage, right? 5, 6, 7. 12.
12? Great. It is at 27. That brings us to Guinevere.
I am going to. When we last left off with me, I was using my Shillelagh club, and so I'm going to continue with that action since it's just whittling it down at this point, and I'm going to use a melee spell.
Great. You leap in, smack it with your magic stick. This
19
spell is unbelievable whenever you get close to it, by the way. 19 is going to hit. Roll your damage. D8 plus your wisdom modifier.
6.
6. It's at 21. Great. Finn.
All right. Well, I only have to make the Constitution save if I start my turn in there.
Oh, that reminds me, actually, Gwen, did you want to walk away and give it an attack of opportunity, or did you want to stay there and be subject to its horrible stench?
I am willing to deal with the smell.
Great. You're a goddamn hero. All
I
right.
want my friends to get shots.
I agree. Finn.
All right, so I am going to run in and I'm going to stab it with my rapier.
Great. As you slink in, again, the smell fills your nostrils. Its terrible tendrils wave and waft. You dart in between the tentacles, find a good spot, and stab at it. Roll your attack roll.
That was a 17 to hit.
17. You stab through it again, near the same spot that our lovely kitty cat did, causing another clanging noise, as though there's a piece of metal lodged.
That's 12 damage.
12?
Yeah.
9 remaining hit points.
All right. I'm going to action surge.
Oh, action surge?
Yeah.
You have handy pastry on you?
I don't, but I have a clementine orange right here.
Clementine orange is totally
sweet.
action surge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very piratey.
High health episode.
You put the whole thing in your mouth.
No.
And then
No
describe
scurvy
it
for-
after you put the whole thing in your mouth.
It's juicy and delicious. If you're wondering why I'm doing this, it's because halflings love to eat, and I get an action surge. So that's the logic. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Good logic.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll my damage.
Do it.
Attack.
My attack, which was a 19 to hit.
Well,
very good.
Done.
You splashed it again, spilling out corpses onto the ground.
I got exactly 9.
Wow.
Exactly 9. The creature begins to disintegrate and fall apart. Its zombies lose attention on you, and you hear the fighting cease in the ship. They begin to wander mindlessly and violencelessly. Clearly, the corpse flower animates zombies, uses them to kill other things, drag the corpses back to it so it can animate them again. Without this animating force, the creature, the zombies, amble aimlessly. Is this island still super creepy? Yes. Is it still super dangerous? Not so much. What do you guys want to do?
I heard something metal inside the body. I want to go see what that was.
Oh yeah, you go for it, man.
Yeah. I'll go root around inside of it.
Great. So you begin pulling, and it just, the smell, oh my god. I need you to make a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
My worst roll. That's an 8. I'm not gonna make it. I'm asleep.
Great. You begin becoming very sick. Now you can continue going through this if you don't mind vomiting profusely.
It wouldn't be the first time that I've gone past the point of no return and vomited.
Great. So as you're looking through this thing, you're just retching off to the side as you peel through the rotted mat of plant and corpse. And you do indeed find a pirate's cutlass, filigreed in gold with strange runes and symbols upon it.
Great. I chuck it out behind me and then I run far away behind the tree and continue throwing up.
Great. It clangs on the ground. Does anybody else want to look at it while Skim takes care of himself?
How far away from the corpse is it now? Well, the corpse flower.
I think that Skim could have thrown it a good 15 feet away, meaning this corpse flower still smells like the worst filth you've ever encountered in your life. But the sword is far enough away that it won't, make you throw up.
Okay, just as a precaution, I'm going to take a little bit of my cowl and just put it over my mouth, as well as wrapping my hands.
Wise. Great. Good news. No check needs making. If there were, I'd give you advantage on it. You check out the sword. Why don't you make either a religion or arcana check? Let me know which one you make. Or history. Any of those 3 is acceptable here.
Got a 3.
You have no idea where in God's green earth, in Torm's green earth, this sword is from.
That's fair.
All
Does anyone
right.
look at it?
Now remind me, because I feel like I hit my head and blacked out for maybe a couple days, but we got the flower off the corpse flower, right?
Sure did.
Someone grabbed it? Okay.
I have it.
Cool.
Oh.
Thank you.
Perfect.
Great job, Gwen.
Well, I want to look at this sword. I'm going to look at it while it's in your hand, Gwen.
Great.
I
Make a history, arcana, or religion check, and let me know which one you're making.
They're all bad.
They're all.
I'm using. Let's do history.
Great.
Ooh, that's a nat 20.
So, even better, you recognize that this is an ancient blade of Kiefer. What was once the Blue Dragon Empire and was further back in time the original homeland of the Tabaxi before the Blue Dragons enslaved them and drove them out of their homeland. This was once a curved Kopesh sword that was refiligreed and refinished into a double-bladed cutlass. Right?
Mm-hmm.
You could restore it to its former glory someday, but right now it's a simple +1 cutlass. But if you brought it to the correct antiquities dealer in Kiefer or somebody else that knows Tabaxi history, they may be able to set you on the path towards restoring its lineage and yours.
Interesting. I think I know what this sword is. Do you mind if I take this from you?
Can I present it to you?
Yes. Thank you. And I pick it up and I raise it up into the air.
It glimmers in the near non-light of this misty, terrible place. It's still very beautiful, but this place is awful.
Yeah, we've got to get out of here.
All right, Captain.
Do you wish to spend any more time exploring this island? It's a pretty small island that's shrouded in rocks, mist, and dead things. Or do you want to just get GTFO?
Captain, may I suggest we allow the orcs to do the pillaging they wish?
First mate, you are reading my mind. Aye.
So you return to your ship, wherein the pirate ogre crew says, "We fought zombies, Yahar. We get to pillage this rock."
I flash up my new shiny sword that I got from this foul beast, and I say, "Look, there is more treasure to be had, more booty to be booted. Raid, my children!"
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
That's 18, 19.
19. The ogres go, "Ah, Yahar! They're very excited. You're exciting with that sword. And they charge under the land, and between them they find a broken pot, a gold piece, a couple bent swords, and a dead parrot.
Ooh.
What?
And they are not happy. This is the treasure we're here to find, Yahar.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is a great parrot you have there.
Yeah, it's not good for eating, though, Yahar.
I wanted the parrot.
What?
You want a parrot? No, but you could pluck out feathers, make a nice coat. Hey, he's a good parrot. Or you could staple him to your shoulder and just pretend you're a pet.
Make a persuasion check with disadvantage.
Sure.
DC is 15. If you succeed, you'll have convinced them that this was a fine island to raid.
I actually do.
You're right. If I but take this parrot and roll a string around it, Yahar, hoy, then I will have a parrot on me shoulder at all times. Who cares if it stinks, Yahar?
See, I love it.
You look quite handsome with that
Ogres
parrot.
seem somewhat okay. You know exactly what to do to make their night real good, though, right, Skim?
Yes. Everyone, Around. Come to me. Come have drinks. Everyone, come.
And once again, you get your ogres fabulously wasted. This is why you guys maintain your control over them.
Exactly.
Great. I imagine you go out into the ocean, find somewhere safe behind, and you guys probably want to take a long rest. That was kind of rough.
Yes, please.
Right?
Yes, please.
Great.
Yes.
You do so. The morning dawns. Do you continue exploring the Corsair Islands, or do you immediately go back to King Harmtail?
Why don't we explore a little bit, Captain? I feel like there's something to find out there.
Well, you've got your treasure nose on you, I see this time. I like your intuition. Let's explore. Ogres, we are exploring.
Yarr! They say.
Right.
Great.
Get into explore mode.
I'm going to navigate. This is a survival check. And this is not to find something. This is to avoid rocky shoals, keep your bearings, know where you are in the ocean, that kind of stuff. Does that make sense?
I guess the captain should navigate, huh?
I could also do it as well.
Oh wait, yeah, you're the star seer. You go. You do this.
Yeah, I was gonna say. That's pretty good.
For my survival skills.
I was like, I don't know.
That was cocked. 19.
19, great. You avoid all manner of terrible problems. You do see there's a very large school of sharks, but you avoid all the problems.
Wait. You've seen sharks? Yes.
I have seen sharks.
You have seen sharks now. It's official. Flying fish scoot along the edge of the boat. There's dolphins, manatees. This is actually, if it weren't filled with, the worst scum on Telenis, this would probably be a really nice place to spend your life. But now is the time to search, and I believe our lookout is none other than Finn again, Barry Bramble. So I need you to make either an investigation or perception check, Finn again, to look out on the horizon and see what you can spot.
That is a 3. I'm so sorry, guys.
Again.
I know. I keep changing dice. I have 3 of them. I keep changing them out. I don't know what's happening.
All right, Finn.
Finn needs to go to timeout.
Yeah, it's...
Why do we keep you up there?
Oh, no.
Nothing. But the good news is others might see something from further below, just with disadvantage. I'm going to give people. I'm going to give both Skim and Captain Bootylicious, Captain Blackpaw, another perception check at disadvantage or investigation.
No way.
Whoa.
Hey. 16.
15. Good. I got a 3.
Is it time to bring up that Walker still has can re-roll for an ability check?
Do I still have that?
I got 16.
I thought it was
It was guidance at the end of the battle.
Guidance is add D4 to your next skill check. So unfortunately, we've missed that. It has to happen in the next 6 seconds. Or next minute.
Okay.
Next 60 seconds. You see a strange glimmer on the horizon, and directing it, you see a very strange landscape. Many small plants rimmed with sorry, my door is up, my roommate's talking. Let me close that door.
I hear plants.
You see fabulous plants, and but they are transparent and gem color. Greens, reds, rubies, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds. Everything about it looks like gems.
Oh.
Hey, guys, I think I just saw something down below. You looking at these gems?
Why don't you come
They
down
wave,
here, buddy?
They wave and they move in the air exactly like plants do. They don't move with like the brittleness of crystals, right?
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna see if I can find a bill hook and poke at it from the side of the ship.
it's a pretty large island. and there's coral reefs nearby that make putting a big ship up next to it impractical. Somebody should take a dinghy, and since we're doing pirate stuff, you guys should do a shore party or an individual person to inspect.
Do you want to go out as a team?
I mean, I'm a sailor, so I can at least row the dinghy. Maybe I should just row the dinghy, though, this time.
Yes. You're
Not
doing a
feeling
great job,
very-
champ.
I'm not feeling very confident in myself at the moment, to be honest. You guys are on fire. Y'all are doing great, and I'll row my boat, you know?
You did kill the corpse flower. That was only like
Oh, yeah.
a long rest ago.
Yeah,
Well-
I don't know. There's just... I don't know. Maybe it's all
Regardless,
the tall
Gwyn
ogres.
has to go. Why
I'm
don't
feeling
you?
bad.
Why don't you row the boat and Gwyn will also go?
Okay.
That seems fair.
Yeah, sure. If you guys want to split up.
Yes, I feel we must maintain these ogres. Make sure they don't
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
shoot them fly away. Eh,
That's fair. Thank you.
You're doing a recon mission for your captain.
Oh, aye.
Aye,
Who's
aye.
going, Finnegan?
Oh, Finnegan's gonna row the dinghy, and Gwyn is research.
Great.
Research.
Hold on.
R&D? Yeah, you're R&D, and I am labor.
take this bill hook with you. It'll give you a distance if you poke at them before you go grab them. They look a little too good to be true.
Oh, all right. We have a large stick now.
Yeah.
So as you
Fancy.
closer, you hear a rustling in the branches, but nothing comes of it. As you get even closer, do you want to use the bill hook to try to grab some of the plants?
Sure.
Great. Make an attack roll
Oh.
using dexterity or strength.
12.
Great. You snag the leaf, rip it off the vine, and pull it to you, and you begin to inspect it. Make a nature check.
24.
This is an interesting result of divergent evolution. Something about this island lends itself to crystalline structures. Actually, within the plant structure, you see that it's not quite the same sort of fibrousness you would see elsewhere. There is something crystalline about these, that they behave like normal plants. I want you both, as you're looking in the gorgeousness of this plant, if you could both make perception checks at disadvantage.
Three.
Oh,
It was a
14.
different die, but the one was...
Sorry?
14.
14?
I got a 14 and a 20.
You just barely notice the multicolored lizard-like creature flash out and leap at your boat. As it opens its mouth, you see instead of fangs, it's got jagged crystals. And on its feet, terrible curved hook-like claws that also look like they're made of pure diamond.
Nipple.
That lizard's shiny.
And it's leaping at you, so it does not get to sneak attack you, but it is still pouncing. What's your armor class, Gwen?
My armor class is 15.
15?
Yeah.
It bites you and then misses you with a 1 and 2 on its claws. But the bite is for 6 damage as it savages you with its crystalline teeth, leaving one embedded in your arm and before landing on your boat. Why don't the two of you roll initiative for our first actual round? It's going at 15.
I got a 14.
I got a 6.
Great.
Plus,
It's going to continue. Oh, actually, I also need you to make a DC 12 strength save, Guinevere.
I'm fine. I did really good. It's 18.
Great. It did not knock you over. So now it's going to attempt to savage you with its bite and claws again. The bite is going to miss. One of the claws is going to slash into you for 6.
Okay.
You recognize this? This is a Deinonychus, which is a kind of dinosaur. And what's more, it's basically the velociraptors in Jurassic Park were really Deinonychuses. Actual velociraptors were like this big. But there were creatures that looked exactly like the velociraptors in Jurassic Park, and that's these. Does that make sense?
Yes.
They just didn't want to call them Deinonychuses because velociraptor sounded cooler, and who cares about science? So that's what happened. So this crystalline raptor is in your boat. It has gone again, trying to tear Guinevere apart. I believe our next person after that was Finn.
Yeah.
Great.
I go, hey, lizard man, get a load of this, and I stab him. That's a 21 to hit.
You very much hit.
Yeah, that's right. And that's 12 piercing damage.
It has 14 remaining, and it's shocked. Shocked, I tell you, that this hairless monkey thing had a long fang. Like, it did not think that either of you were a threat. It saw you both as herbivores, and it looks at the cut in its scales with this, like, very relatable look of shock. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, what?
Yeah, I still hide behind my buckler, though. And I am
Gwen,
my
what
turn.
you doing?
I'm going to take the traditional path of grabbing one of my daggers from my pocket and just getting him right in the little tiny bits, the little vulnerable
Great.
tiny bit.
The vulnerable. I don't know.
No. That was an 8. That was an 8.
That was an 8? Great. Your dagger scrapes along its scales, and it sees that you too have a fang, even though it didn't crunch through its hide, and it twitches. On its turn, it's going to try to leap into the water and swim away. Do either of you want to attack of opportunity?
Yeah.
Great. Roll your attack roll. AC 13.
Get a 1 again.
No, I got a 25.
Oh.
I'm just upset it was an 18 instead of a 19 because I haven't gotten a 19 crit yet. And like, what's the point of the 5% increase if I never use it? But that, how much did you say was left? Was it 14 health?
It's got 14 health remaining.
Again?
14.
Damn.
Ooh,
I'm a killer.
a sniper.
The Deinonychus dies in your boat. You see that it's got crystalline claws and crystalline fangs, but it's otherwise a normal animal. This is no monstrosity. This is a beast. And as you look out through the dense gem-like foliage, you see other dinosaurs. You see what we would know as a Stegosaurus, the plate-backed dinosaur with a spiked tail. Its plates look like they're made of geode, and its spiked tail glistens like diamond and quartz in the light. You cannot believe that if anybody knew this island was here, it would be left unmolested.
I'm gonna use my hand axe and just cut off all the talons and fangs.
Okay.
I like
So
you.
butchery
Your
is-
R&D. I'm getting paid right
You're
now.
making a nature check.
Okay.
You figure out how to butcher this thing effectively.
Okay.
Do you want some help?
I do. I would love some help.
Roll with advantage.
All right. That's a 17. 19 minus 1. Or minus 2.
Salvage. Oh, we have 2 people in the chat. Yay.
Oh.
You salvage its claws and fangs, and find yourself. This will probably fetch quite a tidy sum on the mainland. But the real question is, what is going on this island? How has nobody found it? It's not that far from Umberley's Berth. Why isn't it just savaged and ravaged of its natural resources?
Why do we care?
So Gwen, what do you I mean, this was fun and all, but I don't think we should do this by ourselves. Should we
I don't
report
think we
back
should do-
or?
Yes, because this might have family.
Oh yeah, and I start rowing very quickly.
Great.
I should have butchered it later, but also
So
I don't
as you
want
approach,
the ogres to get it.
as you approach the boat, with a giant roar, a plesiosaur rears its ugly head right next to your dinghy. For those of us not familiar with plesiosaurs, I like dinosaurs. The plesiosaur is the Loch Ness monster. The long neck, giant fanged mouth, sloping large body with two sets of fins. There's a Pokemon too, the Lapras. Those are plesiosaurs, right?
Is Nessie really smart?
Sorry?
Is this Nessie really smart? I'm just curious.
It is not. It's got a -4 intelligence modifier.
Oh.
Guess who can wild shape?
It's
It's also amphibious. It actually doesn't breathe water. It has a great ability to hold breath. It seems more intrigued by your boat than willing to attack it. But you see the ogres see the shimmering gems in its mouth and are loading up their ballista and bolt launchers.
Can I warn it with animal?
Wait, what I would like for you guys to do is give our audience, the little audience that we have, some agency here. As a group, you should argue whether it's better to kill this thing or to let it go.
I'm just saying. The ogres killed plenty of things. There's a lot of other dinosaurs over there. The less dinosaurs we kill are probably going to be a more positive impact on our experience once we get over there, if we choose to go over there.
Also, I think that we should let this one specifically be so it doesn't destroy our ship. And then we can go back to the island and kill plenty of other diamond dinosaurs.
If you're into that kind of thing.
I mean, the ogres are, and I like money.
Oh, listen, I am looking at these teeth and these glittering claws, and all I can see are the ducats that I promised my crew. This is how they will get their raiding. They will raid this island. Ha ha ha. Kill the beast.
All right, lovely audience that's out there. You guys have a minute to vote. Should they kill this plesiosaur, or should they let it go? And even if that one vote is Jasmine, that's fine.
No, we have a few other people now.
We're going to keep
Connor's
up our
in there now,
gimmicks.
too. Hey, Connor.
Vote in the
I
chat.
love you so much for being here, Jasmine.
Oh, wow. Jasmine already voted for Mercy.
Oh, I see. I thought that was. I read that more as a like, mercy me. Look at them, what they're doing. My goodness gracious.
You're
Yeah,
too
I
in
read that as
character for the
mercy as
turtle.
well.
That's mercy me.
Turtle
Great.
tube.
Great. So Jazz has voted for Mercy. If Shinigami King, that's how I'm reading it.
Shinigami.
Yeah.
Shinigami King is looking to vote. He has the opportunity as well.
I don't know where he went.
Gone forever. Very well. Mercy, who's going to stop the ogres?
I am. I take the Velociraptor. It's not a Velociraptor, but I'm going to call it that.
Oh.
Because I don't like science. And I'm going to take the corpse, and I'm just going to toss it over the side of the dinghy and hope that maybe distracts the Lapras.
Sure. Make a performance check with advantage.
Okay.
No, it's animal handling. Make an animal handling check with advantage.
Okay.
It was all no murder.
Ooh,
Wait.
18.
Great. You distract the plesiosaurus. It eats the corpse of the land mammal, or the land, not mammal, land reptile. And it's clearly just happy with this delicious delicacy from the land. You know, it's like some fine salmon, right? Just in reverse. And it sinks back beneath the waves. What is this crystalline dinosaur island doing here?
May I start to look a little bit more clearly at the flowers that I managed to grab?
Sure. You don't really have like a laboratory or anything. You're not going to get much more than what you got from your close examination earlier. You think that these clippings you might be able to try to grow other flowers from. Do you have Druidcraft?
I do have Druidcraft.
Great. Do you want to try to like plant one on the ship and see what happens?
Yes.
That's something you could do. It grows as a normal, non-gemstone fern.
Oh. Oh.
Well, that's
Okay.
just disappointing.
Something seems like enchantments.
Yeah, I guess it's magic.
Crystal Island?
Island shudders
Oh.
and sinks an inch. And you notice that there's a very strange effect where the tide doesn't change its height, but it doesn't flow over onto the island. There's clearly some sort of magical force field that prevents the island itself from flooding, but allows it to ascend through the waves and descend into the ocean.
Cool.
Now you know this place's location,
Mm-hmm.
and you could come back here and hope to dive down to the island. Or you could risk exploring it now, though it seems like at any moment it could continue sinking beneath the waves. If that was the case, you might be trapped on the island until it resurfaces.
Who wants a little adventure?
You should argue on this point, and we'll let our audience choose.
In Shinigami King,
I know.
there's so much love.
I also think
Shinigami King. I'm going to get your name right in a second.
Shinigami.
Shinigami King.
Shinigami.
We love you too. I'm sorry. I'm being a big old facetious.
What was that phrase?
I don't know.
I'm never.
I'm really tired. I've been running games since 10 a.m. and it is 10 p.m. So I'm punch drunk. Having a good time. I hope you can tell I am very legitimately having a good time. I'm not complaining. I'm just.
Mhm.
So what are you thinking, guys?
Look, I'm down for a little bit of adventure. Why not risk it? We could walk away kings with bags and sacks full of cash. I think it sounds wonderful.
Like, that's definitely my opinion. I just wanted to make sure that you were cool with the whole like finding your wife thing and putting that on pause. But if you're cool with it, like,
if I
let's
walk
go.
up to her with a literal shipload full of diamonds and rubies, I feel like I'm going to have a better impression.
That's true.
We really risked it like just a sleep ago, and I don't really want to have another sleep that involves us, trying to figure this out again. So I think we should avoid this, just to be safe.
Right. I don't know. I think I agree with you, Gwen. I don't know if I'm ready to risk all of my wonderful ogres.
Also, we're gonna
dinosaur chow.
Because we can go back to the turtle with this flower and
pick up a better crew.
Hey, don't say that so loud in front of the ogres.
I mean, pick up another crew. Pick up a worser crew.
There you go. There. No crew could be better than this one.
I'm going to pick up another crew.
More crew.
Great. Our lovely audience, should they investigate Crystal Dinosaur Island, for lack of a better name currently, maybe it has a real name, or they head back to Umberley's Berth and complete their quest and come here again some other time. Please, oh chocolate shogun and Shinigami. Nope.
Shinigami.
Shinigami.
Shinigami King. What?
I love that.
What thoughts do you have? Screaming cat emoji. Okay.
Yeah. Complete the quest.
Class. Get paid. And driven.
You're real solid on that lawful side. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, let's go shout
We
it at
were gonna
Horton.
complete it. We were just gonna like put it on pause.
You're gonna get all my people killed. Or
Yes.
worse, expelled.
Yeah, we don't want them expelled. That's fair.
All right, so you guys are going to head back. Oh, it's tied. I think if that's the case, as will probably never happen again, because we're going to have more than 2 audience members in the future. I think I'm going to let you guys vote.
Oh, like actually vote?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm also game to just turn into a shark, go over there, boof out of a shark, look around for a bit, turn into a shark again, and get back on the ship. And see you guys later.
No one else can turn into a shark, though.
Yeah,
What-
you're on your own.
Yeah, well, it's not good for all of us.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Well, let's keep the vote binary for right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By show of hands, which of you is interested in searching the island?
Oh.
Which of you is interested in turning in the quest? Great.
I only voted for it because you said you were cool with putting your wife on pause, and now I feel like an asshole.
No, I totally am. I just also don't want to get stuck
You would
in a
rather,
dinosaur.
yeah, but like the savage lands,
All
man.
right.
We could be the X-Men.
As you move, you see the island sink
I wanna be
beneath
Scott.
the waves. You're going to need to figure out some way to transport yourselves submarinally. Yes. That's a word. In order to visit this place again. But who knows what riches and mysteries exist on this island? Does any of our lovely audience have an idea for what this island should be named?
Huh?
I think we should just call it Shinigami Island, so that you can never
Death
pronounce it.
Shinigami Island.
Yes, I love it. Death God Island.
This is capsaicin all over again.
Capsaicin.
Hold on. Cretaceous Park.
It's not a park.
We don't know that.
What's the name of the
Could be.
what is the name of the Jurassic Park island? Alright.
Isla Nublar.
Yeah.
Book too many times.
I just couldn't remember. Isla Ruby Arb.
Rublar? Isla Rublar? I'm okay with that. Or we could look up what the Spanish name for ruby, or Spanish word for ruby is, and be a little bit less.
Or we could use the Japanese name word for ruby.
How about
because 2 people in the chat
Carbarnacle
seem to speak
Point.
Japanese, maybe. Connor's Island?
Carbarnacle. Like a carbuncle, but it's a carbarnacle.
Should
Never
it be
Are you trying to
named-
put your name in it? Is that what's happening?
No! No, like a carbuncle. Like, isn't that a gem?
I don't.
Not one I know.
Connor,
Carbuncles.
what is it?
Never mind.
Connor might actually be able to answer that question, the Ruby question.
The rubies.
Carbuncle.
Or-
It's
It
a ruby.
About,
Japanese.
Shouldn't it be named
A ruby.
after Captain Blackpaw?
It's
Shouldn't be
Ruby.
Blackpaw Island.
Oh!
Isla Ruby, or the Ruby Isle is fine. Oh, the
Oh.
Ruby Isle?
Isla Ruby.
I've never been so wrong about something in my life.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Cool.
Bad.
I
Ruby.
like the Ruby Isle.
I'm so wrong.
We will
I learned something new today.
Berth. Shellface Harmtail, the Pirate King, this Wednesday, which
Okay.
will be our debut
Finally.
on the Coast stream for the first and only time.
It's gonna work this time, I swear.
This time. But if not, we'll just keep doing it until it does.
We
Yes.
will persevere.
Alright.
All right. Love you
Oh.
guys. The 2 of you that were here, you were wonderful. Love you guys. The
Oh.
4 of you that were here. That's my cast. You guys have been wonderful. Wanted to make sure this was complete. Thank you all. Maybe you in the future will be watching this in order to have the complete story. And if so, we love you. All right. Everybody have a lovely night. See you guys soon.
Good night. Good night.
Hi guys, it's me, Carter, or Finnegan, or Editor. Whatever you want to call me. First off, I want to thank you on behalf of the whole DDnD team. It means a lot to us that you're watching our content on YouTube. It's super cool. So please be sure to like and subscribe and ring the bell and all the other YouTube stuff that you're supposed to do. Second off, I do want to say, if you enjoyed this episode and you found yourself being like, oh man, that was cool, but I sure wish I could have been a part of that conversation and helped decide where the party should go, you can. You can watch us for free on Twitch every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. We are simultaneously on the twitch.tv/DiceDrinksAndDrama channel and the twitch.tv/DND channel. Wizards of the Coast is hosting us. It's awesome. So those links are down below, along with a whole bunch of other cool stuff that everyone on the team is making. Vic's got a module. Devren's got a podcast. I may have something eventually, and I'll put it down here, along with our Patreon. It's super cool. There's a couple tiers, lots of exclusive content, and yeah. That's it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.